What is SQL? Alright, SQL 是什么东西 What is SQL? SQL 是一个口语，是电脑或者是的 table， 这是选东西。Okay? So SQL has special words like select, from, where. It's for the database. Okay? Q stands for what there, Wendy? Q. In SQL, what does the Q represent?
Query.
Is a query. And query just means to find. Okay? So this is what we're going to learn in your little notebook. 有没有 notebook? Can you have your notebook? Do you have 一张纸 or you can write on that paper? That's okay. So we're going to learn two things. One is going to be DDL, SQL, and we're going to learn 5.4 about ER diagrams. Okay? So we're going to learn two things in this class. One is about SQL. 我们还需要学习别的想法 about SQL, and we're going to also learn about the diagrams. So, just a recall, we have different commands. One is called data manipulation, DML. That was 昨天. For example, we were inserting things at insert, select, update, delete. And we also learned some SQL code. Basically, in grade 10, you should also know the SQL code select. Select, from, and where. Bore, select. What does select do? Select. What does that do? Yeah, if I have a table, select is doing the 但是在10年级在10年级 it's called field. But 11年级我们叫是 attributes. Okay? So select is the attribute, the column 的名字。举个例子 name. Name is 一个 attribute. Age. Age is an attribute. So you could say, for example, select age. Age 是一个 column. 对不对？然后 we have 那个 row. 那个 row 叫什么？ The row is called the entity. From is the 名字 of the database. 举个例子，这个名字是学生 students. 我有一个 database 叫一个是学生 So I can say 同选 age. 同在 from 学生 and then where the student name is equal to Tom. And at the end they use this 不是蛮好叫什么 What is the name of this clear chat? This is 蛮好 right? What is this called? This is called a semicolon. This is 是一个 semicolon in 英文 So 最后你的 code 需要一个 semicolon. This is 一个 code. This is called SQL. 我们学过 Okay? We have already studied this kind of code here. And you can use that online. Okay. So 今天 what we're going to do today is DDL. I want you to copy 一下 DDL 是什么东西 is data defined language. It's 是一样的 to SQL. It's a piece of the SQL code. Okay, can you 写 DDL 是 data defined language. 然后 DDL is part of SQL and is used for 改做一个新的 table. It's for creating a table. 举个例子 The commands are create. 如果你想create a new one, you go create the database. 你就是写 database, 然后写它的名字 This is to 做一个新的 database. Okay? So this is 一个 code if you want to create a database. You can also create a table. So this means 在你的电脑，它打开一个新的 file， you 就是 use the 做新的 ，you have to use the function called create， 这个是做新的 ，agree or disagree？ 然后 you can create the table and this is give the name. This is called band. 这个是那个 database 的名字。然后 you can 放东西 and things like that. Okay? So logical schema is basically you can have a different diagram showing the structure of all the database connecting. Okay, we're going to also learn in this class, we're going to learn about logical schemas about ER diagram. So there will be some content about how database connect. Okay, because there's two things. Okay, when you're creating a database, we have different data types. Character. Character is like ABC. Var character is the length. For example, Tom. What is the length of Tom?
3.
It has ER3, 3 characters. So in here they have varchar. Varchar in the 括号你只是写几个 letters. In this case, Tom would be 3. 如果你做一个新的 database, 你需要知道什么 data 放进去. You need to know the data types. Boolean, Boolean is what? Yeah. Boolean is true or false. 这个是 Boolean. Some data in database 是 Boolean. 你需要知道这个是 Boolean. We had that question today, 对不对? Integer, Chad. What is integer?
Number.
Is this whole number? For example, 2. Real. Wendy, what is a real number?
The floating point.
Floating point like 4.2. 它有一个点. This is called real. Date and 时间. Okay? So我们学习 how to create a database. You use the syntax is this create database, 然后看它的名字.
Create function.
That is to create the table. Okay? And here's a 举个例子 create database banned books. 然后 in here, look, 我们可以 create the attributes. 然后你需要知道那个 type. This is the type of data. You'll notice that, can you 打开昨天的作业? Yesterday, you have some table. We have different type of data. 你看，看这边 what type of data inside? Is this is yes or no? 这个是什么 data? What kind of data is this? 这个是什么 data?
这是我刚写那个。
Okay, is it integer, float, bool? 什么 data? Wendy? What kind of data is this?
Boolean.
It's Boolean. 这个是对还是不对 right? It's yes, no. 这个是一个 Boolean. 这个是一个，这个叫什么？什么 data? This is called char or character. Okay?
Why don't I have it?
你可以看 it's on the table right there. 昨天 it was on 在电脑里，昨天是在电脑里。Wait, here's an example of a test question. 我们看那个考试的问题 okay? We have some data and we need to create, okay? Write SQL to create a table. 第一步 you need to look at 它的名字，然后你只是写 create table， 然后你放那个名字放进去 Okay? This will make the table. 然后第二步 you need to know the type of data. Wendy, what is the type of data here for bird ID?
Bird ID.
We have characters, float, bool, date, time, string. What is he?
I think it's the virtual because the integer cannot store the zeros before the non-zero number.
Yes. This is actually, it's a little bit funny, but it's, in Python, sometimes numbers are actually characters. Okay? So since he has a ling in the front, he's actually a varchar. He's a character. Okay? 第二步 name. Bore. Name 是什么东西 The different types. 我们有那个 varchar. We have Boolean. 对不对 Boolean. 我们还有 What is the other type of data? We have date. 时间. We also have float. Float. And we have int. Name 是什么东西
字符
Boolean? Date? Float? Float 是3+1举个例子 Is this float? 名字是 float? No. Integer?
Yep.
Check what is the answer. This is a string. Remember the string? 是一个单词。单是 the string we call him varchar. Char 是 string 的 is. Okay? So I need to know if 你是 copy 所有的 the type. 这个找一个 type. So this type we call variable character. Okay, Wendy, the last thing. What is this?
So all of these called what? Like a variable?
These are called it's type of data. Type of data.
Okay.
你需要知道，你需要背出来这个是什么意思，然后给这个例子。Okay? Look right here.
Oh, Mr. Newson, there are no string type in SQL, right?
That's correct. We call them characters. Varchar, we just have to say how many characters equal to a string. But it's the same. It's an 一模一样，但是找了不一样的名字。
Virtual.
Yeah. Var, it just means a variable, it's a character. It just means character. A, B, C, D. So the different variables we can have are characters, varchar, boolean, integer, real, float, date, and time. This is 一模一样 to Python. 一模一样。Python 我们也有 integer, 对不对 ？Python 也有 float, date, 但是这个 is inside database. Okay, and then he say, when you're creating the table, we have the table the 名字, right? So 第一步 on your paper, 第一步 is create table, the 名字. You can copy this. When 你需要做一个新的 table, the code, 第一步 you 写 create table, 然后看它的名字. This is 做一个新的 file, okay? 第二步你需要写所有的 column 的名字，它的名字。We call these attributes. 第二步你需要写所有的 attribute 的名字，写在你的 notebook. 第二步 what is the second step there, Wendy? After you create the table, what are all these guys? Bird ID.
You should declare the variable names.
Yeah, they're the attributes name. 第二步你需要写所有的column 的名字。写这个是重要 attribute 的 names.
So the sense code create here.
第一步 create table. 第二步写所有的名字 bird ID, name ID. 第三步 you need to write the variable type. 举个例子 this type is basically character. This type is character as well.
Mr. Newson,
Yeah.
is it okay if I don't write not null?
Pardon me?
Is it okay if I don't write not null?
Not null must be for the one that is a primary key. Because primary key, yes, primary keys cannot be empty. So you need to put not null. 为什么 not null? 如果那个 ID 是 primary key. Do you remember primary key there, Bore? Primary key 是什么东西？看那个镜片 primary key 不可以空的，所以你需要写 not null。举个例子 What one is the primary key here, the Bore? Bird ID, name 还是 size？ 哪一个是啊？对，这个 is called primary key。你怎么知道 primary key？How did you know？ Because 它 is 不一样的，它是不一样的。And the primary key 你要需要写 not null。你看这边 ，have a look right here。I'm gonna zoom in。第一步
Sir, I'm not finished code.
Okay, I will write here. 第一步 is create table. The second thing is 写 the 叫什么? What do we call this there, Wendy? These guys' names. They're called attributes. Attributes. 你需要写所有的 attribute 的名字 bird ID that. 如果它是一个 primary key， 你也需要写 not null， 因为它不可以空着。第三步，你也需要写它是什么 type， 这个 data 是哪个 type。如果它是 boolean， 或是 it's a character， 或是一个时间 ，you need to write the type。举个例子 ，bird ID，sorry。I'm gonna go up here. 我们看一下 bird ID 是什么 type？ 它是一个 character， and 它有几个 character？ 1、2、3、4 It's the maximum character here. So usually when they say varchar， 他们写一个小 n， they put a little n. This is the number of letters or characters. Okay? So in this case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Agree or disagree? So right here, 他写 bird ID is a character. 他写一个4，因为有4个东西。Okay, in that variable. Name 也是一个 character， 有 A, B, C, D， 对不对？ And we have to find out what is the maximum storage. In this case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9个 characters, 对不对? We have 9 letters. So you have to specify what is the maximum holding place. This is about the 保全的 is. 你需要写它是什么 character, 然后有几个 okay? The size is also character. 然后最大的是1、2、3、4、5、6. It's 6 character. 对还是不对? And so they went here. 然后最后你需要写 primary key. What is the primary key? Bird ID, name, or size there, Wendy? What is the primary key for this data table?
Bird ID.
对，最后 you need to 写 the primary key 的名字 bird ID. 你看 right here. I'm going to delete this. 第一步我 created. 第二步我写所有的 column 的名字，对不对？这个是第二步。第三步你需要写是什么 data type. Here's the data type. varchar 它有一个括号。为什么它有一个括号 there, Bore? 这个小 n 干什么？ varchar 举个例子 hello 有几个 character？ 有几个 character？ character 是一个 letter A, B, C, D 这个是 character 对 How many characters does this? It has 5 So hello 如果是一个 column 有单词你需要看最长的单词有几个 character 举个例子 hello has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 So when you do it 你需要写的一个 number here Okay? varchar 6 And then 最后你需要写 primary key and choose 你需要选择 the one that's primary key. Okay? So this is just an example. That's it. That's how to create it. Make sure you just need to remember 4步. Okay? Can you copy this down? When you're creating a thing, 1步你需要干什么?
So I'm copy, but how can I write it? Let me to understand. Let me understand.
So you have a table. 对不对？
对。
第一步你需要先 create， 这个是做那个 table， 然后 the name of the table， 你需要先它的名字 ，name of table， 举个例子，OK， 然后第二步你需要先所有的 these guys attributes， this is a column 1 column 2 column 3 This is R3, right? 第三步 the type， 你需要写所有的 type， 它是什么东西，什么 data？ Is it int type？ 你必须写 type is equal to int float， 还有什么 char 是那个单词 date 或是时间 ，OK？ 最后一步 is primary key， 你需要含那个 primary key and the name here, and then you put this okay. That's how to 做一个 table. Okay? This is a 新的东西 How to 你必须写1、2、3、4。第一步 Can you see this okay there? You need to use create table， 然后写那个名字。第二步写 attribute 的名字。第二步写的 type。第三步写那个 type 多长。第四步 write down the primary key name. Okay? That's this is the SQL called the DDL. Okay. When do you have the success criteria for DDL when you're defining a table? Okay, no, may want to?
DDL is like creating a table for
Correct.
that, right?
It's creating something new, and DML is modifying the data in the table. You need to be able to do both. Okay. So here's a Jugalese. Right here, I have a table, and 他说你需要做那个 table 怎么做？第一步 create， 然后你就是写，我需要写 table 的名字，它 table 的名字是 rental， that's 第一步成功，写那个 table 的名字。第二步 is 写那个东西，它已经写过了。第三步 what do I have to do there for it？第三步 what do I have to do？ 你写好了？第一步是 create table。第二步 what do I have to do？ 写那个 attributes。第三步是 the type of data。第四步是 primary key。你需要这是记的4个东西。So 第一步我们写那个 table， 对不对？第二步
column.
Yes.
Column and type primary key.
Is step 2 done there, Chad? Did I write the attributes? Yes. Customer ID, house ID. 这个是第二步。Already done. 我不需要做。4A 第三步 What do I have to do? 第三步对 Okay, let's do typo. Rental ID 这个是什么 type? Is this varchar, boolean, date, float, string, integer? 你选一个第一步是1、2、3、4是找的吗？你看It's an int这个就是一个 int， 对还是不对 ？OK， 这个是 house ID， 它问不是第一题。The very first one is int， 这个牙齿 what is this called there, Wendy? Customer ID. What type of data is this?
Integer.
It's an integer. 第三呢 what type of data is in this? 15B5L. 这个是什么 data? Is this characters, boolean, date, float 还是 int there, Chad? 第三步。15B5L 是什么 type?
integer。
但它有 integer， 但是它也有 b， 所以它不是一个 integer。
float maybe。
float 有点，它就是一个 character。string。对，它就是一个单词。And you have to say 它 how long? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5. That's the.
So right here, you have to put varchar. Char 是单词。Monthly cost for rate 这个是什么 type? Is this varchar, boolean, date, float 还是 int? 就是一个 float. Okay, Wendy. Last thing. What is the last step when you're creating a table? What is the last thing I need to write right here?
Primary key.
Yes. 最后你需要写 primary key. Okay? This is 一个考试4分。第一步写那个 table 的名字，对不对？第二步写那个 column 的名字。第三步写它是什么 data， 对不对？第四步写那个 primary key。What is the primary key for it? 哪个合适 primary key? What is the primary key? What column? 哪一个是 primary key? 对，就是 primary key 是 rental ID， because 它是不一样的，它是一个号不一样的。OK， 没问题。Okay, that's it. So basically, you can 试一下做一个新的 file and do this stuff using SQL. But the last thing that I'm going to do before we work is I'm going to talk about ER diagrams because our time is a little bit too new. Okay, Wendy, can you just stand here? So I'm going to talk about ER diagrams. ER diagrams. Okay, can you see ER diagrams in your notebook? What are ER diagrams? ER diagrams show the relationship between table. ER, this is called table E, table E, table R. Okay, can you copy that there, Bore? ER diagrams 就是一个图片 to show the relationship. 举个例子 I have some data and I can show how data connect between table. For example, I can put this. If I have three things, this is called crowfoot.
Show the relationship.
One to many.
How to spell crowfoot this way? Yes, you got that.
So is show the relationship between two tables.
Yeah. Crowfoot. Now, what is ER diagram? It shows the relationship between tables. And we have 三种 the relationship. Okay? We can have 1 to 1 relationship. 1 to 1, it looks like this. It just means 一个 line. 1 to 1. That means 一对一. 一对一. The data is 一对一. Okay? The second type of relation we can have is 1 to many. 1 to many we show with the crow's foot. 你看 1 to many. 对不对? It means 一到很多. And 第三步 we can have is many to many. we can have many to many. Okay? So we can have many to many. Okay? This is a relationship diagram. ER is relationship diagram. And 我们需要画那个图片。I give you a new worksheet. Let's 我们试一下。Okay? Did I give you the ER diagram one? 今天 I give you a piece of paper. Did I give you? 你看一下，今天I give you a worksheet. Did I give you a worksheet there, Wendy?
Yeah.
看今天是5.4 5.4，有没有？5.4，我want you to 找这个，有没有？有没有？Right there，我有。Can you open up 5.4? And I want you to go question B. 打开 question B. Question B is about the tutor. Okay, I'm going to take up the answer for question B. 准备好了？ Okay. Question B is right here. 看好了吗？ Does everyone have question B? I will give you the 结果 okay? I want you to 写 we just have to 记的一个东西。There's one too many, many too many, and one to one. 我们有3种的 information. And when we're drawing, if it's one too many, we show it with a crow's foot. This is 一到很多. This is 一到很多. Okay? I want you to share this. What you have to, 你需要记得。如果有很多, it will always be connected. Wendy, listen here. This is the important thing. The crow's foot. 我们喊那个很多是 crow's foot. Do you know the crow's foot is the, what is the, you know the birds. How to say the crow? 那个黑鸟?
You mean the Chinese thing, right?
Yeah.
乌鸦.
You know the 乌鸦, 它有腿, 它有3个它脚. You know do you know this foray? How to say it again in Chinese?
What?
乌鸦。
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 你知道那个乌鸦吗？乌鸦 is 就 it looks like that. Remember, crow's foot always goes to the table with primary key. I want you to copy 这个一下 in the 那个问题，你需要记得 crow's foot 就是 foreign key. What is foreign key there, Wendy?
The primary key from other tables.
对，它就是说这个是一个 table， 这个是一个 table， 这个是一个 table 的名字，对不对 ？Alright, you can see here. 我有3个 database， 对不对？ In here, foreign key, you know, 第一个1、2、3、4 is called primary key. Primary key. We already learned about primary key. Now, if I have a if I have a other table, 1、2、3、4, this is called foreigner key. And the foreigner key link to the other key. Agree or disagree? Just remember, the link will always show with a crow's foot to the primary key. So if this table linked to this table, 你需要将那个 foreign key and 你需要画出来一个 crow's foot. 我们试一下怎么做。第一步 we have some table. Table 的名字 we have tutor, course, and course information. Now we have to see 哪个 table link to the other table. So 第一步我们需要 draw line between 这个你可以 copy, okay? Tables. 这个是那个想法 How to do? Well, you see, 如果 he has an underline. 如果他有一个 underline. Underline means it's a primary key. Okay? That means it's a primary key, right? What? 你怎么知道哪个 link? You have to find the primary key. 它是 underline, 对不对？然后 how do I find foreigner key there, Wendy? If I know the primary key, foreigner's key have to link to primary key. 你怎么知道 what is the foreigner key?
Check the other table to find if there's a same key.
Correct. We know this is called course ID. This is called primary key. This is called a secondary key. 对不对? What you have to do is 找那个 foreigner key is 一样的名字. We have course ID. Is there any course ID in anywhere else? 有没有?
Course schedule.
Oh, 我找一个东西. Look right here, Bore. This tutor ID 这个也有. This is called foreigner key, F key. Because he has 一样的名字. That means 它是 link. Agree or disagree? 它是两个 table 放在一起. So that means that the tutor linked to course schedule. I just draw a line. 然后第二步, you draw the crow's foot on the table of foreign key. What one has the foreign key? Tutor 还是 course schedule there, Wendy? Who has the F key?
Course schedule.
Course schedule. Therefore, 你需要画 the crow's foot. 你需要画那个 crow's foot. Okay, 我们继续. Do we have any more foreigner keys? 有没有?
Course information, course schedule. These two.
Let's see. Do we have any other 是一样的? Let's see here. We have class, tutor name, course ID.
Two course.
Oh, 你看，我们就有 course ID and course ID. 它也是一个 link. 它也是一个 link. So we know that these two connect. 对还是不对? Okay? So this means that this must have two. This must be the primary key then, right, Wendy? If you have two, this must be primary key. This is called the primary key, right? Then this one will be the foreigner key. So the course schedule.
There are two underlying keys in this database.
Yeah, so let me just double check. Then this one should be the crow's foot, or it's either that one or this one. Let's have a look. 我们看那个题目，就是两个crow's foot, because you look at the linking one. That's it. Okay? The end of the class. Okay? Now you just have to practice. Okay? This is 第一步我们学习是那个 create table. 第二步是 ER diagram. ER diagram 怎么做？第一步你需要干什么？ Wendy, 第一步 what do you have to do?
You should draw the line between tables.
Draw a line between table. How to do that is you look at the primary that. 第一步 draw a line between tables by find how to do. 你需要找 the underline primary key. Okay? 找那个单词是 underline. 如果它是 underline, 它是 primary key. 第二步 what is the second thing? Is 你需要找一样的名字。你需要找一样的名字 in two table. Second thing, find foreigner key. How do I find foreigner key there, Ched? 我怎么知道这个是 foreigner key? Because foreigner key have 一样的名字 tutor ID 是一样的名字。如果是一样的名字，它是一个 link. Okay? How to find foreigner key? 它有一样的 same name. Okay. 第三步 Bore.
Foreign key has same name or different?
需要一样的名字。
对，
如果是 foreign key， 这个叫什么？都是 boring。什么鸟？有3头，叫什么？我们需要画这个叫什么？什么鸟？那个黑鸟。In Chinese, how to say?
乌鸦。
乌鸦 ，broad，
boring 怎么说 ？crow。你需要画 the table with that， 你需要写那个 crowfoot to the F key table， 就是说 you need to 画出来。你看 tutor course schedule， 它只有一个foreigner key， 所以你需要画那个 crowfoot to him。Okay, one too many. That's it. Okay, write it down here in your notebook. 你需要写第一步 what do we have to do, Boring? 第一步需要干什么？你读一下。
draw the
Yeah, 第一步是 draw the line. Draw line. Okay, find your primary key. Wendy, second step for ER diagrams.
Find foreign key.
Find the foreign key. Find the foreigner. How do I find the foreign key? It's the same name as primary name in the other table. 第三步 Chad, what is the third thing? After I know the F key, 我需要干什么？
draw the cross foot.
Draw the crow's foot to the table with the foreign key. Draw the crow's foot to the table with the F key. If you can, 你需要记得这个 what is that? 4, 5, 6, 7个东西 This is 100分 You'll get 100%. Okay? Your schoolwork. 你的作业 is to complete 5点 What is this? 4? 5.4 and 5.5. 5.5 is the ER diagrams where you have to draw. Okay? You can find them here. ER diagram. I already have printed the sheet for you. You 自己画. Okay? You need to 自己画 this. Okay? You need to 自己画. Okay? Use 第一步你需要教那个 underline primary case。二步你需要教那个 foreign key。foreign key 是一样的名字 to primary key。然后画那个鸟的脚。OK， 试一下。Okay, that's your schoolwork. Is to draw the ER diagrams right here and right here. You can listen to headphones. That's okay. Okay.